Hey, wow, the ship is here, back in the shipyard. Things haven't gone entirely to plan with the build. Last time I filmed in the studio up here in the shipyard, it was the night before Salute, middle of April, and I was up all night working on the ship and got it to the state where it didn't look terrible at Salute, and I was relatively happy with it, even though I was just a bit disappointed to not finish. So the plan was to, the week after Salute, was to get this back up here into the shipyard and finish it off. Best laid plans and all those things, but unfortunately that wasn't to happen. It ended up being, this is actually now the 1st of October, roughly 5.5 months after I last filmed a video on the spaceship and after I last had a chance to do any building. Since then, I've designed all the Resistance models, or most of them. We've released the Resistance. I wrote the book, Reconquest Phase 1, that's out now. We've got new plastics for all our core ranges. So yeah, to say we've been busy is probably a bit of an understatement, hence why the spaceship kind of got pushed to the side. The original plan was to then get back onto it for Gen Con, which was in August. But for Gen Con, realistically, it's so big, we'd have to get it in a container to ship it out there. And unfinished, which it was always going to be because of the Resistance, it wasn't worth the money to ship it unfinished. So the plan now is that it's coming to Gen Con next year. And now it needs to get finished for some other shows we've got coming up, because we've got Spiel in a couple of weeks. The plan at the moment is to have the build itself, the actual structure and everything, mainly on the tail section, all finished for Spiel. It won't be painted in time for Spiel, that's not going to happen. So it will go in the van to Germany, and then it'll come back, then it'll sit up here untouched for a while, because I've got to work on some more models. The reality of Hulk is that it's an all-consuming thing that takes up pretty much all my life, really. And that coupled with the amount of time that model design takes, this is a side project. It's a big side project, but it is ultimately a side project, and I've got to do all the important things first. The reason why I'm up here now doing some more work on it is because we've got Spiel coming up, and that's a good excuse for me to get some more builds done. And we've got releases now until the end of the year, so I've got downtime is the wrong phrase, but I've got a little bit of time that I can spend working on other things. And obviously 5.5 months after I've last worked on this, it's about time that I got cracking again and really got it finished, because the shipyard has been a disgraceful mess ever since, and we've never tidied it because I knew I'd be back making more disgraceful mess up here, so that's just the way it's been. Salute was day 28 of the build. Since Salute, I actually had spent 2 days cladding the nose, because we had the nose at our open day and tournament a couple of weeks ago. So I did spend 2 days working on it before then to make it look a little bit better, because the nose was the one thing I was most disappointed at Salute, the fact that the nose was just an undetailed wedge, and the nose is always the thing that's in the foreground of every picture, so it was a shame I couldn't finish that. Ultimately, that's just the way it turned out. So anyway, so I've spent 2 days working on the nose, so I guess this is day 31 now. If we call today day 31, I'll be back to the videos as usual, keeping you updated as I go. I'm going to give you a little tour of what I have done since the last time I filmed, and then I'm going to get back on working.